Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today we bring you some news. William, Charles and Camilla clash over Prince Louis's title, exposing shocking royal title war. According to an insider source, Prince William and King Charles have the final decision over Prince Louis's title, which put Buckingham in turmoil with the explosive battle from Camilla and Prince Andrew. A tumult is unfolding inside the historic confines of Buckingham Palace as repercussions echo through the halls of authority. Insiders indicate that King Charles and his successor, Prince William, are executing a definitive restructuring of royal titles that may permanently alter the monarchy's structure. The focal point of this turmoil is the contentious proposal to revoke Prince Andrew's long-standing title of Duke of York and confer it onto the infant Prince Louis, a resolution that has provoked intense animosity, acrimonious rivalries, and significant intrigue. The breaking point: a royal ultimatum. An unidentified source with extensive knowledge of palace intrigues asserts that the move to revoke Prince Andrew's title is not only a bureaucratic adjustment, but a strategic political operation intended to signify a new era. An insider claims that King Charles and Prince William, intent on moving beyond previous scandals and cultivating a revitalized image of the monarchy, have decided to address the persistent problems linked to the Duke of York title. The source indicates that the choice is both personal and institutional. The decision follows years of simmering tensions and unspoken grievances, a significant juncture in the internal struggle for power and legacy. For Prince Andrew, whose identity has been irrevocably associated with the Duke of York title for decades, this choice constitutes a profound betrayal. An insider depicts a man trapped by circumstances, his pride bruised by what he describes as a premeditated coup. Speculation arises that Prince Andrew, infuriated by his abrupt removal from the core of the royal establishment, has been openly criticizing King Charles' actions. His protestations, driven by years of dedication and duty, resonate through history, a poignant reminder that in the realm of monarchy, titles transcend simple designations. They represent lineage, honor, and personal identity. Camilla, Queen Consort, the matriarch's struggle for authority. In this high-stakes drama, Queen Camilla assumes a position that is both controversial and formidable. Sources assert that Camilla has long desired her offspring and has been persistently advocating to King Charles for a prestigious role for her kid. People view the decision to transfer the Duke of York title to Prince Louis as a direct blow to Camilla's ambitions. Palace eyewitnesses report intense debates and private altercations, where Camilla's anger is evident, her formerly composed tone suddenly escalating into a crescendo of outrage. As to the same source, Camilla's ire extends beyond the mere loss of a chance. A profound feeling of betrayal exacerbates it as she witnesses the gradual erosion of her authority and her family's involvement in royal matters. In a series of intense confrontations, Prince William reportedly made a dramatic declaration condemning her son as arrogant, unqualified, and lacking genuine royal lineage for the title, a comment that has reverberated through the palace and the media. This intense confrontation of egos highlights the long-standing conflicts that have persistently existed inside the royal family. A daring vision: Prince William's ambitious reorganization. Central to this story is Prince William's ambitious initiative to transform the monarchy for a contemporary era. Prince William is leading a comprehensive reorganization of the royal institution, which seeks to revitalize it by emphasizing philanthropic activities and contemporary governance. The insider discloses that the rearrangement entails more than superficial modifications. It represents a profound transformation aimed at severing connections to outdated processes and fostering a generation dedicated to openness and responsibility. At the core of this idea is the contentious choice to sever the enduring financial connections associated with Camilla's extended family. Insiders see Prince William's actions as a purge of the old guard, as he seeks to eliminate any remaining connections with those he considers unworthy of royal endorsement. One of the most incendiary claims is the assertion that Camilla has been misappropriating monies from the Duchy of Cornwall, a financial scandal that has been the subject of discreet speculation for an extended period. Evidence has surfaced indicating the existence of clandestine accounts and questionable activities intended to transfer funds abroad over a period of 20 years. The severity of this alleged financial malfeasance has compelled Prince William to enlist mystics, initiating an extraordinary probe that may undermine the core of the royal family. A reimagined legacy, the Duke of York title, in historical context. To truly comprehend the importance of this tumultuous title contest, one must explore the intricate history behind the Duke of York title. This title has long been a prestigious distinction in the British peerage, signifying royal favour, martial excellence, and the promise of future leadership. The title, traditionally granted to the monarch's second son, embodies an expectation and obligation that goes beyond the superficial aspects of nobility. The Duke of York title originates from an era when titles represented military valour and national fate, held by individuals characterized by bravery, ambition, and steadfast loyalty to the monarchy. Initial bearers of the title often assumed the responsibility of commanding military expeditions and serving as the forerunners to the nation's future leaders. Their heritage embodies heroism and sacrifice, intricately linked to the history of Britain. In contemporary times, the legacy of the title has assumed a dual nature. It is a revered symbol of continuity, signifying the lasting traditions that have characterized the British monarchy for millennia. Conversely, it has emerged as a focal point for debate, especially in recent decades. Prince Andrew's reign as Duke of York, commencing in the mid-1980s, was first lauded as a continuation of a distinguished heritage. Nonetheless, when scandals surfaced and his public character declined, the title became irrevocably associated with personal and institutional shortcomings overshadowing its distinguished history. The decision to possibly transfer the title to Prince Louis has significant symbolic implications, given this history. For proponents of change, this initiative signifies a chance to restore the dignity of the title and to construct a new narrative, one that respects the illustrious history of the British monarchy while adopting a progressive outlook. Prince Louis, the youngest son of the Prince and Princess of Wales, is seen by many as a symbol of optimism and renewal, a new generation ready to transform the monarchy for contemporary times. His elevation to the position may indicate a departure from previous conflicts and a dedication to revitalizing an institution that has historically struggled to reconcile tradition with the exigencies of modern life. The individual consequences, treachery, fury, and societal repercussion. The decision to reallocate the Duke of York title has not only reverberated through the corridors of institutional authority, but has also inflicted a profound personal impact on individuals affected. For Prince Andrew, the decision is considered a devastating setback, a treachery that undermines decades of dedication and allegiance. His public outcry, characterized by wounded pride and wrath, has strongly resonated with portions of the public who saw him as a fallen person in need of redemption. Several royal traditionalists view his decline as an inevitable consequence of actions that have consistently tarnished his reputation. Queen Camilla's resolute commitment to ensuring her son's future faces unyielding resistance. The palace has transformed into a venue for covert meetings, hushed talks, and intense confrontations, each more dramatic. Camilla's determination to maintain her family's involvement in royal affairs has starkly opposed Prince William's idea of a more streamlined and ethical organization. The ensuing fight, rife with personal hostility and historical grievances, is swiftly becoming one of the most intriguing and contentious episodes in the history of contemporary monarchy. The repercussions of this internal battle go far beyond the royal confines. Public sentiment is markedly polarized. Some saw the reform as a decisive and essential measure to eliminate antiquated practices inside the monarchy and to establish a new epoch of responsibility. Conversely, others see the action as a reckless upheaval of tradition, an act that may irreversibly undermine the fragile equilibrium of royal legitimacy. Political analysts, historians, and constitutional scholars have all contributed their interpretations of the significant events occurring inside the British establishment. The critical inquiry, monetary intrigue, and global consequences. The most incendiary aspect of this play is the accusation of financial impropriety with Queen Camilla and the Duchy of Cornwall moneys. Prince William has reportedly discovered substantial evidence of a clandestine network of offshore accounts purportedly used by Camilla to misappropriate monies over the last 2 decades. The alleged misappropriation of royal funds stolen for undisclosed reasons and cloaked in secrecy has initiated an inquiry that may have significant repercussions for the whole monarchy. The decision to include MI6 in the investigation highlights the seriousness of the matter. This action obscures the distinction between royal prerogative and governmental regulation, while underscoring the growing demands for openness in a time when public skepticism toward institutions is at an all-time high. Critics contend that, if such an inquiry is substantiated, it will undermine popular confidence in the monarchy and provoke intense political and media scrutiny. For Prince William, the stakes are very high. The probe serves both as a measure of his commitment to modernizing the monarchy and as a personal endeavor against what he views as systemic corruption. The ongoing palace drama continues to enthrall a country deeply entrenched in royal history, but public sentiment remains highly divided. Proponents of contemporary reform commend the initiative as a bold advancement toward a more open, responsible, and progressive monarchy. They contend that reallocating the Duke of York title to Prince Louis is not only a symbolic act, but an essential realignment, a means to restore the integrity of an institution that has been plagued by scandals and incompetence for an extended period. In contrast, fervent traditionalists and royal purists are dismayed by what they see as a significant deviation from established procedures. For them, the Duke of York title is a revered artifact of British history, a valued institution that has historically acted as a safeguard against the forces of modernity. They contend that any alteration of its history jeopardizes centuries of tradition and undermines the continuity that has historically been the Crown's greatest asset. Expert critics are worried that this action could set a bad example where personal grudges and political expediency take precedence over the long-lasting principles of duty, honor, and continuity. Social media has generated a multitude of viewpoints in the public realm. Intense discussions, fervent analyses, and creative homages have arisen, all illustrating a society divided between the appeal of tradition and the need for contemporary transformation. Each headline and every whispered rumor inside the corridors of power intensifies a growing feeling of anticipation and trepidation regarding the future of one of the world's most examined royal houses. The evolution of royal titles, an emerging era ahead. Central to this significant turmoil is a crucial inquiry. What is the future of the monarchy? Prince William's ambitious reorganization initiatives and the possible transfer of the Duke of York title to Prince Louis may herald a transition that might reshape royal identity for future generations. This audacious choice is seen by reformists as an essential measure to discard the encumbrance of scandal and to choose a future grounded on merit, accountability, and a revitalized dedication to public service. Prince Louis, the youngest child of the Prince and Princess of Wales, is poised at a historical juncture. His prospective ascension to the Duke of York is imbued with symbolic significance, a compelling representation of the next generation's potential and a rejection of the issues that have historically beset the royal institution. For many, it symbolizes hope, an opportunity to redefine the story of the monarchy, substituting dark periods of mismanagement with a legacy of openness and progressive change. However, as the narrative progresses, inquiries persist. Could this drastic change exacerbate the existing divisions within the family? What are the long-term consequences for the fragile equilibrium between royal tradition and contemporary accountability? Will the people accept a redefined monarchy that challenges tradition, or will it resist what seems to be an unparalleled threat to the essence of the institution? A nation in turmoil, the convergence of history, scandal, and fate. The evolving situation transcends mere titles and privileges. It encapsulates human ambition, entrenched rivalries, and the inexorable progression of history. The British monarchy, steeped in centuries-old traditions and meticulously preserved secrets, now stands at a pivotal juncture. On one side rests the burden of history, a heritage shaped by monarchs, conflicts both victorious and defeated, and customs that have established the nation's character. A future awaits that demands openness, responsibility, and adaptability in a swiftly changing environment. King Charles, hitherto considered the hesitant successor encumbered by tradition, now seems to be using his power in a way that is both assertive and contentious. His choice to diminish the sway of those he perceives as obstacles to a contemporary, efficient monarchy demonstrates a will to move beyond the controversies and errors of the past. However, in doing so, he jeopardizes estranging influential individuals within the family individuals who own their claims to lineage and honor. As the debate intensifies, the royal family transforms into a battleground for formidable characters, each vying for survival, significance, and a legitimate position in history. Simultaneously, the significance of the media and popular sentiment has reached unprecedented levels. Each disclosure about clandestine accounts, every insinuation of treachery, and every public denunciation over purported mismanagement contribute to a larger story that is transforming the perception of the monarchy. For others, the dispute represents a crucial elimination of antiquated practices, a painful but vital progression toward a future that respects both tradition and modernity. For others, it represents a lamentable degradation of ideals that have characterized the crown for centuries, a betrayal of the fundamental foundations that have made the British monarchy a symbol of continuity and stability. The burden of authority and the assurance of rejuvenation. Amidst the tumult of allegations, counter-accusations, and startling disclosures, one reality remains undeniable: the future of the British monarchy is precarious. The purported ultimate decision by King Charles and Prince William to revoke Prince Andrew's title in favour of conferring it onto Prince Louis is a moment laden with personal grievances, historical significance, and substantial public expectation. This judgment challenges long-standing conventions, compelling the royal establishment to acknowledge its historical errors while endeavouring to shape a future aligned with contemporary principles. As the inquiry into financial misconduct escalates and public and expert perspectives remain polarized, the next months are poised to be pivotal in establishing whether this significant reorganization will usher in a new phase of reform or exacerbate the monarchy's instability. The palace now serves as a nexus of profound emotion and significant power dynamics, where each action has historical significance and the potential for renewal. In this tense environment, the narrative of Prince Louis's possible elevation to the Duke of York title goes beyond simple royal formality. It has evolved into a symbol of metamorphosis, a tale of treachery and forgiveness, and finally, a monument to the persistent conflict between tradition and modernity. The global audience observes with anticipation. It is certain that the ongoing drama inside the British royal family will persist in captivating, shocking, and provoking discourse for years, leaving a lasting impact on the historical narrative of an institution that has long epitomized monarchy. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.